Assalamualaikum and hi. Today our group would like to presenting about switching, SLAAC and IPV6. So our teams consist of 4 members, which is Mr. Adib, Mr. Fahan and Mr. Ashraf. Okay, next. Next slide. Okay. So the introduction of our project is our team is assigned with various job tasks that collectively it contribute to the success of our projects. These tasks include to solve the problem and provide a recommendation for the addressing configuration method. We are from Test Data Corporation that will operate since 2017. We have solved many network diagram and configuration in other Test Data Corporation branch. Okay, next slide. Okay, the objective of our project is the primary objective of this project is to change existing IPv4 infrastructure to the DHCP-V6 network at Transdata Corporation. The specific objective include 4 objectives, which is analyzing the current company that want to ensure efficient utilization of the IPv6 address while minimizing administrative overhead. Second, uh, highly mobile workforce and employee frequently move between branch office. Third, IT teams can centralize control and management IP address assignment. For the last one is prioritize network security implement mechanism that prevent unauthorized device from obtaining network address. Okay, next slide. So, the problem statement of our project is Transdata needs to decide on the addressing configuration method for its network device and clients. They are considering using stateless address configuration and dynamic host configuration protocol version 6. Analyze the requirement and provide a recommendation for the addressing configuration method to be used. Okay, next slide.
So this is our IPv4 diagram. IPv4 network implementation. This is our current network topology in our company, which is an IPv4 network. As you can see, the problem with this network was not using an DHCP network protocol. This make it hard work for worker that come from the other branch to get an address. In other words, worker from the other branch must manually configure to get an address in the branch. There are some more information about our company current network, which is using IPv4 segmenting in the network, and the second one is fully using IPv4 in the network. So in the topology, we have 4 floors. The first floor is sales department, have 5 end device, 1 switches. And for second floor is marketing, we have 5 also end device. So for the third floor is the IT team department. We have 2 end device, 1 file server, 1 firewall, 1 switch, and there has a router that control the main IT room. So the last floor is fourth floor administration. We have 3 end device. So for the next slide, we have IPv6 network implementation. This is our idea for better network topology in our company, which is an IPv6 network. For your information, there are 2 designs that our team have come up with, which is Telus Address Authentication, SLAAC, and Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol version 6, IPv6.
Okay, next I'm going to explain and demonstrate about our two design that we have come up with, which is stateless and stateful. For your information, stateless does not using prefix and it is using the ND other config flag command. For the proof and evidence, I will show you in the router. As you can see, all of our using port is using IPv6 and the other config flag command. Next is I will show the stateful network. For your information, stateful just using prefix and the ND manage config command. For the proof, you can see here, it is just using IPv6 ND manage config flag, and that's all for the implementation. And for the result, you can see here that our PC is getting IPv6 and also DNS from the TCP protocol. Same as the stateless PC in the stateful also getting the IPv6 address and DNS server address. And the other result that I can show you is that the PC is the PC can ping the router in this network. As you can see, it is getting the TTL from the router. And that's all. Thank you.
So the conclusion that we reached after this project is IPv6 stateful has been making a significant improvement over IP4 in our company network. The way to use addressing with efficiency is the common problem that occurred in network but with the implementation of IPv6 stateful, the problem has been solved, and the other problem have also been solved, like the problem of worker that always transfer between branch. And this is the major benefit for Transdata company, which have a highly mobile workforce since the company is across the different countries and will need a lot of time and work to manually configure each time the worker transfer. Creating the IT team also has simplified the process and reduced the risk of error in network. A critical security improvement also have been made with the creating of network security that can be a big issue to be solved fast with how the fast the technology grow. Overall, Transdata have made a big move with start using IPv6 stateful. In stateful protocol, if the client send a request to the server, then it expects some kind of response. If it does not get a response, then it resend the request. The FTP, that is File Transfer Protocol, TCP, and Telnet, is the example of the stateful protocol client feature of stateful protocol. That is, stateful protocol provide better performance to the client by keeping track of the connection information. The stateful application requires backing stage storage. The stateful requests are always depend on the server side state. TCP station follows stateful protocol because both systems maintain information about the station itself during its life. This is conclude the reason of why we are using stateful design in our company network. That's all from me.